All right, so the next step would be to onboard a new client. Once you click on onboard, it's going to take you to a onboarding page to show exactly how to onboard somebody new. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my dashboard and I'm going to onboard a new client right now from scratch. All right, the first thing we want to enter in is the title of the store. Now, the title of the store, we would probably want to be as short as possible. We don't want to have, incorporated LLC. That can go in the true business name down here. But we don't want to make it too complicated because this is actually going to be the link that is generated for the review tool. So let's just call this Rick's Hot Store. Okay, enter the business name here. All right, the business address. I can pick any address I want here. General business. We have these broken up into 3 categories just for record keeping: Chamber of Commerce, non-for-profit, or general business. The next thing that's going to ask for is the logo. Now, the logo needs to be downloaded to your computer in order to import this correctly. So I'm just going to pick Patrick's little logo here. It's going to upload. The next thing is we want to enter the decision maker's name, phone number, and email address. In this case, it's going to be me. Decision maker's phone number should have the country code, and it should be a mobile device if they want to receive SMS negative notifications. So I'm going to put this in here now, and the decision maker's email address. Now we're coming to the portal setup. You must be able to get the Google Place ID, and the way that we do get that is through a plugin in Chrome called Gather Up. And what we would do is we would actually go to the GMB here, and I'm going to pick a plumber.
Gather Up.
Gather Up. Plumber here. I'm going to go to Maps, and I'm going to take anybody's GMB for this example here. And let's take this guy here. We click on that link. The GMB is going to open up. And then we simply click on Gather Up, and we're looking for this place ID code right here. Now, sometimes it's difficult to copy. I'm going to grab this and just throw it into Notepad and strip it out to make it easier for me to get this ID right here. So this is the ID that we'd be using.
Just remember, it's everything after the equal sign.
Correct. So I'm going to drop that in here. Now, this here is some fundamental options that you have here. Allow the customer to customize the autoresponder. This way, the actual business owner can customize what it says on the SMS outgoing and the emails. I'm going to disallow here, but any one of these options can be changed by you, the reseller of the product, by editing your store from your dashboard. So I'm going to basically just make this very simple. The next thing here, the phone number range, this is critical. If you have a business that is dealing worldwide, every time they enter in the customer's cell phone number, they're going to have to enter the area, the country code. In my case, I'm going to say, I want this to be local, and I'm going to put the country code as +1, and I'll never have to enter that again. If you're in the UK, you'd put the +44, France +33, or whatever your country code is. Here is where I can determine what my portal language is going to be from a default. However, this can be changed on the fly from the portal itself, and I'll show you that in a moment. I'm going to leave everything very basic to make this simple and clean. If I wanted to change the color of my portal tool or the background, I could do that right here. Everything below here is very customized. We're giving the business owner the ability to permanently change the notifications that go out. And there was a question that came up, can you change the SMS? Right now, I'm just going to scroll to the bottom and say onboard. As simple as that, this store has been created. So I'm going to jump back to my presentation here and then walk you through some of the other things that we've got going on. Within the dashboard, we've got a couple options. We've got the actual dashboard store name. We've got the ability to edit that form or delete it. As you can see, since I onboarded one store, and this is a screenshot, it tells me how many stores I have left to be able to onboard. If we're to click on the store name, and we can actually do it live, we're going to click on the store name here. It's going to bring me to a screen that's going to allow me, and I picked yellow, I don't know why.
I think I did.
I can actually now go to my portal. So this is going to be my live portal that the business owner is going to have access to this URL here. And you can see here the reason I said to make the title short, because that's going to be the URL. So I picked red and I picked yellow, pretty funky. But this is actually the portal that your business you're selling it to will see. All I need to do is enter in the information right here. And by populating this, when the customer gets the request, this is automatically going to be populated. So they will not have to enter in anything other than the rating.
Okay, let's stop right there to make sure that everybody understands that what Rick is doing, you put in the person, like Diane just asked, does it have to be the business owner? No, it could be the person, you know, who's running the reviews and is going to monitor the reviews. You know, the phone number and the email. This will show up, as you'll see, in the next screen. Okay.
Now this person here, Rick Sherrill, even though I put my name in here again, this is who the business owner is requesting to leave a review.
Okay, so this is really kind of a good question. And I don't know that, well, I can't read it, but does it say that we're putting in a cell phone number? What happens if they put in a landline number or something else?
Well, if they put a landline, they're not going to get an SMS. And the only thing that the reviewer is going to get is an email.
Does it say enter a cell number?
No, but we can actually change that.
It's probably a good idea. Brian brings up a good point. You know, people are pretty relatively stupid.
But
so,
we do have an image of a cell phone.
Yeah, well.
Again, we could all you know, something that we could very easily, you know, enter customer's phone number, cell number if SMS.
Cell or mobile, yeah, cell or mobile number, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Thanks, Brian.
At this point, I can click, I agree to the terms, and click send, and it's out the door. This branding down here will be to whomever purchases the package and has their branding here. This will not be the store. Up top here, this will be the store logo, and I chose one that didn't have a name. But if it was Bob's Plumbing, people would see Bob's Plumbing logo up here. Okay, now, if I wanted to do some customization as the business owner, I can click on the Advanced tab, and since I checked nothing off, nothing's going to happen. So I made this very plain, very vanilla for the business owner. So there's really nothing to customize. Well, actually, I'm wrong. Okay, customization in this case, I can choose the 5 stars, I can choose 5 emojis, or I can choose thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down is a 1, 2, or 3. Thumbs up is a 4 and 5. I also have the ability to schedule out when I want this to go out. I can have it scheduled out 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 6, or 12 hours, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, a week in advance. And you might say, well, why would something like this happen? Well, I've been to a convention and I wanted people to review me and my presentation, but everybody at the convention was logged into the convention Wi-Fi, and I didn't want Google seeing 50 reviews coming from one IP address. So I said, all right, the convention's going to be over tomorrow. I'm going to send this out in 1 day from now. Everybody will be back, situated, located, and I won't have, you know, X number of reviews coming in from one IP address. Better to be safe than sorry.
So one of the things that was confusing to some people is you've got the stars, you got the faces, you got the thumbs down. I don't want anybody to get confused that because we don't see these particular symbols when we do a Google review, correct? We
Correct.
just stars. But let's remember that we're kind of giving people a different look here so that they can make and choose what they want. But remember that their choice, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars, faces, or thumbs up or thumbs down, is going to go and be directed to the owner if their choice is less than what you choose, the minimum that you will allow to be going directly to Google. So if you choose 2 as your minimum, then anything that is 2 or less, thumbs up, stars, or faces, is going to go to the owner. If they put a 4 in there and they choose thumbs up, they're going to wait 3 seconds, and then the real Google review box is going to come up, and it will only have stars. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a yes if you understand what I just said, or 2 if I confused you. Because it did confuse me for quite a while. Okay.
Correct. One is actually lands to the Google, the GMB. If somebody has a thumbs up, they're not going to see the GMB with thumbs up. They're going to see the 5 stars.
Right. We're just kind of giving everybody a different look that they've seen before, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So that being said, I can actually send this review out. And it's going to refresh in about 5 seconds. You'll probably hear my phone if I have it up as far as the volume goes for my SMS messages. It just rang. And it said, at Rick's Hot Store, your feedback is important and helps us improve the level of service. Please rate your experience with us. And I just see here, I just got an email of the same in the right bottom corner. So it's pretty instantaneous. If I was to actually leave a review, and I can actually do it live on the screen and take a look at this here, I'm going to leave this review. This is the email.
Give yourself a 1.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
See, this is what I think is really cool, and I'm not going to say that this is proprietary and there's nobody else that's doing this, but under the content and the way in which this process works, you know, I tested this myself the other day where my buddy Rick gave me a 1 review, and it popped up in my SMS and popped up in my email right away, which allows me to know, shit, there's a problem. I got to go fix it. Who is this person who's sending the review? I need to call them. I need to get a hold of them, because I don't want them to go to the real Google review and leave a 1 review for me. You guys, does that make sense? Do you see how cool that is? I mean, it really stops a lot of problems, right? Hey, Fin, I guess that's what it is. Hello from New Zealand, and I just got here. Do you have a replay? Not yet, but we will. Thanks for coming.
All right. Now, if you notice, and again, this is sent to me as the customer to leave a review for Rick's Hot Store. I didn't have to fill in my information. It's pre-populated with whatever the business owner entered. So it's going to save me some time. All I need to do is say, I want to rate your experience. Now, I'm going to leave a 2-star. I could leave a 1, 2, or 3, and the same thing happens. So I'm going to leave a 2-star. And now a screen is going to pop up saying, we appreciate your time ranking us. Rest assured that we will make the next experience better. We already know that it's not good if they gave us a 1, 2, or 3. And then we're going to say here, Rick's stuff is not that hot. All right, the moment I click on this continue, the customer's job is done, and it's great. your feedback has been received. We appreciate the time you experience with us. So what's going to happen now, if I go back to my portal, now we haven't shown this before. This is my original portal as a business owner. If I scroll down and
look at what just came in.
It said, Rick just left a rating, negative feedback for your company. So I could show you my cell phone, but this is what came back as far as the business owner's immediate notification. Come on, Outlook. See what happens when you click too many times?
Goes into Spin City.
Yeah, all right, we'll come back to that puppy. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my store here in my dashboard. And now if I click on Rick's Hot Store, go to my portal here.
And just so everybody's aware, portal is nothing more than, the same word that represents an account. A portal is an account, okay?
An account, a seat. Now, this is my portal. If I click on the bottom here, I can actually see a report. Now, assuming this report, is good, bad, or otherwise, I'm going to see that negative. I've got somebody sent me a 2-star to 5. Who the hell is this guy, Rick? Rick's stuff is not hot. I'm going to get on the phone and call him right now. I've got the ability to solve an issue before it gets out of hand, and I can address this and say, hey, I'm sorry, what the issue you have. I think you're wrong. My stuff is super hot. Damn. So this gives the business owner the ability to respond to a negative review immediately. Now, how cool is that? And I did get the SMS text message as well, right on my phone, saying, Rick just left you a 2 out of 5-star review. Call that sucker. No, it doesn't say that. But isn't that pretty cool?
Well, the business owner who you're going to present this to is going to think it's very cool, right? And like Scott said, there are other review businesses out there that offer this diversion, but when you look at the whole package of what we're giving you and all the cool things that we've added that many of the other ones aren't, the white label and especially the pricing, it really is a game changer.
Now one of the beauties of this platform is this is the actual review link that your business is going to have, and you can actually check up on it from time to time to see how they're doing by changing the word from request to report. And you'll go right to that report. So the URL is pretty standard except for the last word, and it's either going to be report, it's going to be request, or it's going to be feedback. So let's jump back to where we are here. We actually covered a lot, moving right into onboarding, what the links mean as far as getting to the store.